before mine was by Tyler Sheldon. With the crackle and smoke of our rusted burn barrel, I'm brought up from my guitar by this new fall, born from the garden gate by special invitation, by November's proposition which entices nostrils but threatens lungs, I resolve a fall of my own volition. And the cider on the bar inside agrees with this stubbornness of mine. On the porch, my little sister, cider of her own in hand and the porch lip underfoot, giggles at the heady swish of leaves and possibility, steps too far back, and still laughing, experiences fall in her own way. And mine? A free fall landing could wake us up, a sigh, a season past. We could fall with open eyes through stars, surrendering too. Light reflects a familiar face. Once awake, we could stretch to embrace the dark. The turning is faithful. And the one after mine is by Shelley Kriebel. Once, escape was a harvested field. I wove my way through headless milo stalks, looking for something to hold. I found crickets and moonlight. I lay down, stretched my weight against earth, lifted my arms as if my hands could touch the Milky Way. They couldn't, but suddenly I knew I was looking down and not falling. Something bigger than me held on, and for a while we spun there, shining.
And those last three poems lead right into the poem before the last poem. And this is by Denise Lowe, who's our poet laureate right before me. If I could touch the Milky Way, my hands would hear how spark sizzles. Bass notes of deep space would thrum. If I could touch the chirr of crickets, epics of autumn would resound. If I could touch November moonlight, I would prophesize winter's singular song. I would serenade midnight owls. If I could touch my absent lover, our breath would trace wordless mist. And this is the last poem in the book. The river sings through rock and time as we sit at its banks. Our truest wishes rise from underground tributaries composed of old oceans, lost beloveds, bravest bones, clearest seen. What we know winters over into porous ground. What we don't know lands on high branches only the deer see. We turn our faces faithfully toward moonlight and motion, waiting for what comes next. A bluebird returns to the harmonics of cedar and big blue stem. The night and temperature fall. We remember that this world holds and holds us together in the widening river of stars, above as below, no other way. Make a line and take a bow. And when we bow on the count of three, there will be a deafening applause. No, it's okay. Get a line of hands. Okay. Oh, okay. Well, let's. They can move. 1, 2, 3. Astra, we had to read here given the title of our book. And please support this bookstore by buying this book and many others.
There you go.